Howdy folks, I'm the Roleplay Gamer and I like to party. Welcome to Battlefleet Gothic Armada. I believe they're calling this the multiplayer beta. So we have access to multiplayer skirmish against the AI and a couple of campaign missions that basically just give you the tutorial, teach you the absolute basics of how to play. And we have access to 2 of the 4 factions or races, if you will, that will be available on launch. As you can see, the words beta and work in progress are plastered everywhere on the screen, and they will continue to be plastered everywhere on the screen throughout this video. They really want to get the point across that this is not a finished product and things are subject to change. And so any shoddiness supposedly will be fixed. And there are a few awkward things that I've noticed in how you control your ships and whatnot in the interface. But I'm going to try and refrain from being too critical here, not because I want to give it leeway or cut it some slack because it's beta, but mostly because we're not allowed to review it. That's really the only rule we've been given here with the review codes that they've sent out. So let's go into a solo skirmish. I would show you multiplayer, but you know, for the sake of a video, I'd rather just get a game up quickly and reliably and know what we're getting into here. So as you can see, we've got the Imperial Navy, Chaos, Orc Pirates, and the Eldar Corsairs. This sort of, I don't know, this is going to be subjective, but right off the bat, there are really only 2 of these factions that I would really ever be interested in playing. I have very little interest in the Imperial Navy or the Eldar Corsairs. It's going to be Orcs and Chaos for me all the way. So we're going to get into the Chaos. Then here it prompts you to create an admiral, which is interesting. So you can have multiple admirals for different factions. It's not a single overarching persistent career, which is kind of nice. I suppose that well, it's just freedom, and it might add to a little bit of a role play, I don't know, factor in it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. But it's a nice choice, I suppose. And then that's where you pick your difficulty. I think, as far as I'm aware, that's the only time that you can actually choose difficulty is when you're creating your admiral. Otherwise, it can't be altered afterwards, which is a bit of a shame, but I imagine there's a reason for that. So the reason that you're actually creating admirals here is because there's persistence there's progression here. So it's almost like I'm hesitant to say this, but it's almost got RPG elements, kind of. In the fact that you have this persistent character, the admiral, that levels up and his loadout and ships are going to be different to everyone else's, and that's nice. That's actually what's drawn me into this game more than anything. I mean, the combat is decent. I've been having fun with it. But really, it's the upgrading of the ships and the customization and the fact that you can name your ships that's really done it for me. So let's just get into it. What are we looking at here? This is the shipyard. This is where you can, or is this the shipyard? I don't know. You got sort of 2 levels of ship choosing here. I don't know. Yeah, this is where you choose and upgrade your ship. So you start off with light cruisers and escort ships. Escort ships seem to be your sort of grunts that I imagine you expect them to be destroyed, or you don't mind if they are destroyed because they don't seem to be able to. Hang on, do they level up? Oh yeah, they can level up. It's just mine never do because I always get them killed. But they haven't got access to skills or favors or crew. Whereas your capital ships, I'm going to be calling them capital ships, but you know, like light cruisers and up, it seems, you have access to crew that can be upgraded, which is pretty cool. And I do believe that some of these crew options are dependent on the faction. Again, I can't speak too much about that because there are only 2 factions available. But I imagine, you know, slaves and cultists and whatnot is not necessarily something that the other factions are going to have. Also, squadron sergeants here. This is something that's that I found really cool personally, because you may or may not be aware that I love the concept of carriers, like aircraft carriers in space and whatnot. So if you give me the ability to launch fighters, I'm there all the way, baby. So that's part of the reason I've gone with Chaos in this case, is because Well, at least from what I've seen, what they've given us here, you don't have immediate access to fighter squadrons with the Empire. So that's what this is all about. You know, you have upgrades, you get renown. That's sort of your XP currency you can use to upgrade your ships with active abilities as well as passive buffs. These are it's sort of, I think these are more passive upgrades, and then the skills are your active sort of stuff, and then favors, which I haven't even unlocked yet. You need a lot of renown to open that up, and crew, which is pretty cool. I like that. I like that sort of customization. Whether, you know, how deep, how meaningful that actually is, I'm not sure. I can't speak to that yet, but I like that it's there. Anyway, let's get into a battle. I've just unlocked the ability to use cruisers, which is cool, the big ships. They're not helping me win. I think part of what I've been doing wrong is just going for the big ships and assuming that I'll be able to pull it out of the fire. I need to also smokers. Wow. I need to focus on small ships as well. So I'm going to throw in a couple of torpedo boats and maybe a couple of, I can put in 2 destroyers. I could increase, I guess, or can I? Maybe I cannot. Okay. I can't increase my fleet points yet. So as you level up, you actually have you gain access rather to more mission types, which is pretty cool. At the beginning, it's just your basic one-on-one destroy all ships, but I just had a mission where I had to take out transports, for example. So that's nice. It shakes things up. Enough talk. Let's fight. You get these nice little intro cutscenes where it shows off your flagship. Oh yeah. That's pretty sexual. I like that. One sort of gripe. Here we go. So we are actually destroying transport ships. So I wonder if once you get to level 2, you have to complete a destroy transport ships mission in order to progress. That might be the case. Okay, so this is our deploying phase. If you've played like Total War games, you'll probably be pretty familiar with this. Oh no, we start over here. There it is. What am I looking at over there? I don't know. Okay, so let's put our big old capital ship here. And I suppose... I'm not really sure what the significance of this is. Like, how I haven't found any use to... in like, deploying in a different configuration or anything like that. Because it's not like you can see where your opponent is deploying anyway, so... I don't know. Maybe it's just to add another variable. I don't know. I really don't know. But we're doing it, and we're ready. We're ready to go. Okay, now we see. Hang on, I'm going to pause here. Well, not pause, but slow down time, which you can only do in single player by hitting space. But it's nice. It gives us a little time to think, and it gives me time to talk. So these are our 2 targets. We have to take them out. Which one are we going to go for first? I think we do want to focus fire here with all our ships, because otherwise you can get swarmed pretty easily and taken out. And that's not something I necessarily want to get involved with. So 1 here and 1 there. I'm tempted to go for this one first, because I'm just concerned that if we go for this one, even though it's on its own, we run the risk of getting flanked by these guys up here. Okay, so I guess, unless, you know, maybe we can cut across down here and then up there. We might do that. We might do that. Alright. Another thing we can do is launch a probe here. Now here's one of my first sort of gripes. And this is just me commenting. I'm not critiquing the game or anything like this. No one get excited. Oh, those are 2 targets too? Hang on. We got 3 targets. Is that right? Oh, we have to take out 2, but okay, I understand, it seems that when you select an ability, the arrow keys stop working for the camera, which is very awkward. Alright, so you got a couple obstacles here that I appreciate. You've got like clouds you can hide in that make you invisible unless, you know, they send a probe in, or you overdrive your engines, which you can do. Why would you do this? You use fuel, by the way, to, you know, in the all ahead full sort of command, and you can turn tightly with it. So why would you do this? Well, yeah, if you want to turn real tight, real quick to get out of the way of fire, or to bring your guns to bear. or to outrun an enemy, or to catch up with an enemy, or my favorite, to ram an enemy. And it really works. If you go all ahead full, like into the side of an enemy ship, boom, it like cracks them open real good. It's pretty great. I do enjoy that. It feels like there's some nice options with the combat here. You can also turn on this overlay here to get a clear indication of where the boundaries of some of these obstacles are. So it seems you can go through these like asteroid sections here, but it will damage your ship, so it's safer probably to go around. So now there we go. This guy's taking damage, so we want to get him out of the way. So now we're sort of we're being pursued here, and I'm not crazy about that. So this ship has fighters. I'm going to send some bombers into that. That's probably a light cruiser there. Let's see how we go. We've been identified, so now they can target us. I might see if I can get out of the way here of those torpedoes. I did not. That's alright. That's okay. So we may as well send our smaller ships to hopefully take out these guys. Where are our torpedo boats? I'm going to put them on auto fire just so I don't have to worry about them for now. I don't want to lose my... There we go. They're fine. I don't want to lose my capital ship here, my flagship, if I can help it. You're not really punished too bad if you do lose a ship, at least from what I've played in the skirmish against the AI sort of game. You can, it's just a matter of like 2 turns, and a turn is like a mission. So you play 2 games and they'll rebuild your ship, which is cool. We just lost a ship. We're kind of we're kind of in a bad way here. I don't like this. So those are the ships we want to attack. I'm going to turn these guys a little quicker so they don't smack into that minefield over there. This is kind of bad, guys. We've been overwhelmed real quick. I don't like this. You know what? I think we're just going to have to prioritize the targets and then get out of here. Because another element of this is you can retreat. And when you retreat, you know, your ships obviously aren't destroyed, and you don't have to wait for this cooldown of 2 missions for them to be rebuilt or repaired or whatever. So you can use them again. And you can spend renown to speed up that rebuilding process, but as a result, the crew don't get any experience for the next mission you use that ship on. So there's a penalty for losing ships. It's light, so it doesn't like fully punish you and destroy any chance of winning, but it's just enough to make you want to protect your ships, you know. I'm going to embrace for impact here. That's going to increase my armor, and I'm gonna engage emergency repairs, and hopefully we can mitigate some of this damage. What does this do, actually? Lightning strike allows teleportation of elite squad. Okay, so this is like boarding, but with teleporting instead. I know it doesn't look as... I mean, I suppose it depends how close you get. It doesn't look as good when you slow it down, but I think I'm gonna have to just to make sure we don't lose any more ships needlessly. We haven't even taken out any of these targets yet. I'm going to... See, they should be set this way automatically, but my torpedo ships, they shoot the torpedoes, you know, from the front, so I really should be configuring them to prioritize frontal engagement as opposed to from the side, whereas that's not one of my ships. Okay, we don't worry about it then. This guy is probably going to be shooting more from the side. I think he doesn't have a big main cannon. He's got 2 big turrets. So that's fine. Not a problem. He is taking a pounding, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm actually tempted to get him out of here. I don't think we're going to win this. No, I didn't mean to brace for impact there, but alright. I mean, I suppose it can't hurt. Let's start to move him out of the way. And you may have noticed, I think I have at least. Yeah, I've renamed this big old guy the Salty Dog. Which, if you're a regular viewer, hopefully you'll appreciate that. Okay, yeah, I really want to keep this slow at the moment. Okay, this is going to replenish our fuel gauge, which I'll engage that once we've run out of fuel a bit. But it's good. It's frantic, but you can also be methodical with it. Like you can, there's definitely the element of like if you've got one ship left, you can do a little bit of stealth hunting sort of thing by using the gas clouds and hiding from your enemies, and then coming out the last minute and doing some crazy maneuvers using like your high engineer turn and whatnot and smack into them, or just bring your guns to bear out of nowhere and cause some shit. It's real nice. So what I'm actually tempted to do here, where's the line? So once they get to there, it's sort of all over. And the targets will have escaped. These guys are focusing fire on this target right here, so we might actually be fine. They're actually not taking much, if any, hull damage. This guy's shields are at full. This guy's, I think, just replenishing his shield, so maybe we have to... Oh, what? Okay, one of them is retreating. I like that. I like that. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, he's doing it anyway. That's fine. Okay. I'm going to engage in a high energy turn. He's going to come about. Hopefully bring his guns to bear. Real nice on this target here. Meanwhile, we might be able... I don't mind losing these guys. There's absolutely no penalty. As far as I'm aware from losing these guys, you just don't gain any experience for them. So they always sort of stay at level 1. But the big guys, yeah, they do have a little bit of a penalty. Whoop, I almost ran out of fuel there. I think when you run out of fuel, you run out like permanently. But again, I mean, that's one of the things that I either missed or didn't explain very well. So you want to watch a fuel gauge. I think as long as you've got some fuel, it will replenish. Okay, I'm kind of tempted. You know what? We're in a real good position. Let's see if we can ram this guy. Is this gonna work? Yeah, it does. Let's unpause it and see what happens. Oh shit! How do you like that? How do you like that? That was good. That was some good stuff. You know what? I haven't played this long in slow motion before. It's actually kind of fun. It's good. In terms of how it looks, you know what? It actually, I reckon, the ships look real nice. It's just the problem is you very, very rarely get in close enough to actually look at them, unless you just want to look at them, you know? So these guys are kind of in trouble now, so we're going to engage emergency repairs. I think this guy, what's going on? He's got some sort of debuff. I can't quite tell what it is. For the most part, a good job is done to we're going to lose this. A good job is done to oh, we've lost a ship. Okay. To show you what's going on. But there's just a few things where it's like, what does that indicate? You know, and I just can't figure out what it means. Be nice if we had a few more tool tips on a couple of things. But that's all right. I think we might be able to take out... You know what? We might actually be able to take out these targets. This is going to be insane. Oh, we did it. Okay. See, it's all about that. It's all about that slow-mo camera. So we can take out these 2 targets. Then we can pull the salty dog out of here, and we'll be good to go. Is this... Oh, okay. Okay, there were 3 transports. We have to take out 2. Let's go slow here. Can we board? I don't think we can board these ships. I think because our sole mission here is just to destroy them. Is that going to be a straight shot? I think I shot off too early. That's all right. I got too excited. What's done is done. We're going to lock on here, and this is going to give us 20% accuracy, I think. In the heat of battle, sometimes what did we do? Did we lose? I think we just lost. Defeated! Ah! Oh, okay. Alright. But that's good to know that you don't have to then escape. So, I think we did come out of there with the salty dog intact, which is nice. What about our other ship? Did it survive or what? Okay. Maybe it doesn't show you. Again, like I've never actually had one of my escort ships survive, so I'm not sure. I guess we'll have a look, see what it does here. But yeah, I've been having fun with it. This is actually something I can see myself playing quite a bit more of. Upgrades. Slots available. Cost. I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar with what we do here with the escort ships in you know, how we upgrade them. But I don't know. Another thing I'm not too sure of is it seems like they give you templates for these ships. For example, straight off the bat, they give you a Harbinger Mark 1 or just a Harbinger and then a Harbinger Mark 2. And the Harbinger Mark, they actually look different. The Harbinger Mark 1 has the ability to field fighters and bombers and whatnot, and the Mark II does not. So I'm not really sure how you determine that, and there's actually not a lot of information given as to which ships do have, like, fighters, for example. You've sort of got to, like, commit to using the ship, sort of, to actually see, and then you can go into crew, and there's like, okay, he's got a squadron sergeant, so you can use fighters, and I'm not sure if you can upgrade something to use fighters. Again, it's, you know, it's work in progress, as they say, so maybe it'll be a little bit more transparent later on. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, I'm actually having fun with it, and I will be playing more of it right now. Because it's nice, it's pretty laid back. There's a little bit of progression, which I really like. I like getting attached to my ships, and yeah, you do, but without such a huge penalty when you do lose them, that it sort of makes you want to stop playing. Because sometimes, I admit, when I'm playing stuff like XCOM, for example, and I get to the point where I've lost like a whole squad, and I've just invested so much energy into them, I suppose, metaphorically speaking, that when I lose them, it's like, oh, I don't feel like playing anymore. Whereas with this, you know, you don't get that, which is kind of cool. Anyway, guys, I haven't been able to dig out an exact release date for it yet, but supposedly sometime this month, I think. I'm enjoying it enough that I might give you some more videos. Let me know if you want to see more. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to gently caress that like button. It needs love like everything does. Taste the game, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Roleplay Gamer, out.